Hi, this is Chris from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from Political Voices Network.
That's the despicable Jesse Waters.
Yeah.
Who,
look what you made me do. You made me do this violence.
Yes, yes.
Why are you making me hit you?
Mommy did not want to hit you.
Right. But
Daddy, sorry.
You made mommy hit you.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, that is the despicable Jesse Waters on the equally despicable Fox News, which we have our dear beloved Carl Frisch coming up. I had no idea he was defamed to this degree on Fox News. It was an entire segment, essentially calling him a pedophile. He was. I don't know if you know. We talked to Carl last week. He was sworn in, as many school board members around the country were, on a stack of banned books.
Right.
In
banned LGBTQ books.
Carl, obviously being gay, chose LGBTQ books. But oh my God, he had an entire segment smearing him. Yeah. And, about indoctrinating children and blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's personal now. It's personal now. Well, this thing we just played, Chris, it's exactly what we were saying. They feel the Trump-inspired violence coming again.
Absolutely.
And they're preemptively trying to blame the left.
Exactly.
Laura Ingraham, who we have next here, remember on January 6th, tell them to stop this. It's making us all look bad. Right? So now this time they're like, let's get out ahead of this and blame the left, right? Yeah.
Now, at this point, given what we're seeing in the courts, at the DOJ, and even in state AG offices, and given Democrats, Trump is Hitler rhetoric, is it not logical, at least to consider, maybe even to assume, that some on the left are hoping to spark some type of civil unrest here?
No.
Which would be followed, of course, by a mass crackdown on civil liberties, or the declaration of maybe a nationwide emergency, all as a way, a pretextual way, to usher in, I don't know, nationwide mail-in voting.
Oh, my goodness.
God forbid that.
Oh, my God. Yeah, more people might get to vote again. They know they cannot win if people get to vote.
Yeah.
And it's so despicable. Because first, the story you already sent me. Behead judges. Here are Trump supporters' violent threats in the wake of the Colorado ruling. And they know this. Right, Chris? Fox News, those producers monitor all these right-wing cesspools.
John Schneider of the Dukes of Hazzard just
too.
Called for the execution of Joe Biden.
It's on one of the Twitter thingies.
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in just the 24 hours after the Colorado Supreme Court issued a ruling that blocked Trump from the state's electoral ballot, a flood of violent and hate-filled messages hit the judges. Including, by the way, and this happened right in the wake of Rudy Giuliani. That's the other big story, is being forced to pay right away. Good.
He should.
Against the judgment against Ruby and Shea. But anyway, this is. Do you remember ever since Janet Reno, and they put out a report saying obviously the vast majority of threats are right-wing supremacists,
and they went
white
nuts.
supremacists here. Yeah,
right. They went crazy over
same
that.
thing Chris Wray just testified last time he had to testify before. They know that.
Right.
That the violence pretty much always comes from the right.
Yep.
And so among these threats, outright death threats with addresses and other personal details being widely shared, as Nicole Wallace kept saying, we all know some bad is about to happen.
Yep.
And what are we doing to stop this? I'm telling you, Fox News getting out ahead of this.
Yeah.
And going, look what the left did. What do you call 7 justices from the Colorado Supreme Court at the bottom of the ocean, said one user. Wow. A good start. The old lawyer joke. Ha ha. They were posted in response to Trump's response, which is exactly what the Giuliani judgment was about. They can directly, the January 6th things, they can directly connect it to things that either Giuliani or Trump has said to the threats. It's like Giuliani going, there's no connection to what I said. Sorry.
Your microphone.
They were posted in response to Trump's response to the Colorado ruling. This ends when we kill these a post on a pro-Trump forum said. The threats included mentions of weapons, including hollow point bullets, rifles, ropes, bombs, kill judges, behead judges, roundhouse kick a judge into the concrete, one post read. Another said slam dunk a judge's baby into the trash can. Oh, that's the pro-life crowd, right? Yeah. Similar threats were targeted at Trump's perceived enemies after the FBI searched Mar-a-Lago. So essentially any attempt to enact the rule of law.
Right.
His, private militia. Is that what all these lunatics are now? Are going to, okay. By the way, I'm going to guess this is the other thing. Fox saw a new poll showed 54% of Americans, even 24% of Republicans, approved of the Colorado Supreme Court's decision. I mean, I swear to God, this country is just ready to be done with him in any way that we can legally.
Why isn't it higher than 54%?
It should be.
Yeah, I know.
That's what disturbs me, that it's not higher than 54%.
Same.
84% of Democrats, 48% of independents, but 24% of Republicans. So, all these MAGA lunatics we see interviewed, I guess we have to take some solace in the, a quarter at least of Republicans are sane and want to be done with it. That's the other thing.
That's not enough.
That's the other thing, by the way, that of course you're not ever going to hear on Fox News, as we keep saying. This suit was brought by Republicans in Colorado.
That's right.
It's Republicans that want... Anyway, yeah. So this whole deep state and, I think he... whatever it is, truth, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Truth.
A direct threat. Joe Biden better stop this right now. Joe Biden is not behind any of this.
No, he is not.
These are Colorado Republicans that brought this suit. So if it didn't already feel dangerous enough, and here's the thing I love, right? The Second Amendment is apparently, it means exactly what it says, right? You can't touch that. The 14th Amendment, not really. No. Oh, they didn't really mean that. That's kind of, loosey-goosey. I mean, read it.
No,
read what it says.
The Second Amendment doesn't even say what they think it says.
No, they ignore part of that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
why wouldn't they ignore this part?
Yeah. Joe tweets, Trump attempts a coup and the right is threatening civil war if the rest of America doesn't accept him as a legitimate presidential candidate. Let that sink in. Thank you. Where's the one? Oh, here it is. Okay. Because some of these, this is John Schneider. There we go.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that Bo or Luke?
I don't
know.
know.
I never
I think
watched the show.
it is. Which one was the blonde? Oh God, I don't
the
know.
blonde- he's
I
the
never
blonde
watched
one.
the show.
He's the blonde
So
one.
I have no idea.
He tagged Joe Biden. That's nice. That's helpful for the Secret
Yes.
Service.
Sure.
Yeah. He said, Mr. President, I believe you are guilty of treason and should be publicly hung. Your son,
Hanged.
too. Your response is ... Sincerely, John Schneider.
Doesn't deserve a response.
Well, he'll get a response from the Secret Service. Really? And Hunter Biden, for being late on his taxes, should be hung? Really?
Sure.
Is that, that's a whole new...
Plus, it's hanged, not hung. Just
Okay.
Well, hung is something very different.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Chris didn't get to that.
Well, I'm
first.
sure. I mean, we know Hunter Biden is hung.
yes.
I see what you did there. That's opening with a D-pig joke. All right. Our pal Glenn Kirschner tweeted, so the same Supreme Court that revoked women's constitutional privacy rights to make their own reproductive health decisions will now decide whether to grant an aspiring dictator who engaged in an insurrection a constitutional right, contrary to the Constitution, to again hold office. That is a great point, as usual, by Glenn. You don't have a right to be president. No. You don't, particularly, again, JoJo from Jerz. Oh, sorry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Robert Reich, I was going to say, made a great point. Billie Eilish can't run for president. She's under 35.
Right.
Arnold Schwarzenegger can't run for president. He was born in Austria. Donald Trump can't run for president. He engaged in and supported an insurrection. It's in the Constitution, folks.
Madeleine Albright could have never been president even when she was Secretary of State because she was not a natural-born citizen.
Yeah.
The only problem I see with that,
Uh-oh.
he hasn't been convicted.
Well, that's the legal thing that...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the problem that I think we're going to run into.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, everyone
say you
from
have to be
Lawrence Tribe to Judge
Nathan
Nutt.
Cawthorn wasn't convicted.
You're innocent until proven guilty, though. And you're convicting him without due process. And that's the legal problem that we're running into here.
Well, it's just like a judge adjudicated he's a rapist. A judge has adjudicated he engaged in insurrection based on the, so...
Absolutely. But that was a case, asking whether he's a rapist or not. And the judge said, yes, he's a rapist. This is...
So
he hasn't been...
So if and when he is convicted...
Then, once he has a conviction on his record, then I think we're in safe legal territory. But right now, it's a little bit hinky.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to bring the house down with that. But
can I just, that's your job. It's just to, block my entire life. We're scared. Jody and I are scared of you. We were whispering our latest way off, hoping you wouldn't hear us.
Well, I mean, if the tables were turned, the right could say that Joe Biden is guilty of treason, and so he needs to be removed from office.
They're already talking about that.
Exactly. And so we can't allow that to happen.
Well, once you've been tried and convicted by a Duke of Hazzard, apparently that's the new legal case law, Chris.
But see, that's what is going on here.
Has anyone asked Starsky or Hutch what they think?
David Soul is dead, isn't he?
Well,
did you just kill David Soul?
Did I kill David Soul?
Yeah, lucky for Biden, because
Hold on.
Okay.
No, he's still with us.
David Soul is still.
You have killed so many people on this show.
Are you thinking of Paul Michael Glaser?
Was he Starsky?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
Let's just move on.
I've never seen an
Once
episode.
we stumble down a 70s
He's
show
also
rat hole.
80.
Is that an 80s show? Sorry.
No, it was a 70s,
70s show.
Oh, okay, fine.
Keep your eye on the sparrow.
But
Stephanie.
here's my point.
Keep your eye on the sparrow.
What? Okay. Here's my
What's that,
point.
Beretta?
What does Kojak think?
He is
Kojak
dead.
is dead.
He is
I
dead.
know.
Telly
Savalas
Savalas
is dead.
Does Columbo have one more question
Also
before we
dead.
close this case? Oh, dear Jesus. Cagney, Lacey, what do you say?
They're both still alive.
Let me ask my husband, Javi. I'm sleepy. Today's my last day of show prep for a couple of weeks. Hooray!
Tonight.
Tomorrow will be our last show
Right.
before the holidays. Then we have Christmas and New Year's week off. Hooray!
Hooray.
Happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I got sidetracked. Where were we? You were, I
Starsky
don't
We
know.
were keeping our eye on the sparrow.
No!
Oh, no. Okay. No, I was saying.
whether he's convicted of
Right.
insurrection.
Right.
Well, I mean,
That's
I'm
a
just
Barb
saying
McQuaid
everyone
question for
from
tomorrow.
Lawrence Tribe to Judge Luddig, or on either ends, I mean, both think this is, I mean, I don't know, I'm not a legal expert, but they both think this is should be upheld. I know Ty Cobb, not the dead baseball player.
Right.
You didn't kill him. He died naturally.
Are you sure?
Are we sure?
Anyway, but the Trump lawyer with the weird mustache.
Right.
Yeah. That looks like an old timey baseball player.
He said he thinks it's going to be 9-0 in Trump's favor at the Supreme
I don't
Court.
think it'll be 9-0 in his favor.
I don't know.
I just think the due process question is bad.
You know what I think? That's what I think. Yeah. Okay. Barb McQuaid, by the way, will be filling in, as fine Americans do, for Glenn Kirschner tomorrow, who has already rudely begun his vacation without us.
Yes, how dare he?
As Bob Seska did, already rudely began without even consulting us.
I've seen Barbara McQuaid on with Jonathan Lemire at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
So she gets up early.
They're like because this is a 5-alarm fire, as
Yeah.
many people have said,
Right.
Donald Trump. And so they are America's firemen right now. You can turn on the TV virtually
Firefighters.
anytime.
Firefighters.
Right. That's what I meant. Firefighters. America's firefighters. There it is, my first drink of the day, Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Many of you know my story. I stopped drinking wine for 3 years during COVID, during the lockdown as part of a health reset. Now I drink wine in moderation, but this is an amazing new product. I've always believed in probiotics. And Z-Biotics, check this out. You drink just one of these. It's the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. I am using this and I feel great in the morning. I don't have to worry if I have an extra glass of wine, I still feel great in the morning. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. I've always had acid reflux problems. It is this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Z-Biotics produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. All I know is it works. It is Z-Biotics Pre-Alcohol Probiotic. Go to zbiotics.com/politicalvoices or scan the QR code on the screen right now.